Hey everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
As we do.
As we do. So this one is newly released on Netflix. It's a family-friendly movie. It's called Fearless. And that's about all the good things I have to say about it. I mean, okay, I know I'm being too hard on it.
I don't know that you are.
Okay.
I understand. This is not compared to anything that's a major studio animated release, whether it's from Pixar.
You know, but you're incredibly wrong.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you can compare it quite easily to The Incredibles.
Well, that's true.
Because that is what they're going for. I think they just hit copy paste. Okay, but it's you know, it's dumber than that, obviously.
Oh, it's way dumber.
So there's this dude who, this is kind of the awkward thing sometimes in kids' movies. In order for the kid to be able to do the stuff that they want him to do, he has to be much older than the target audience, but they still feel like he's a kid. So this dude is like 16, 17 years old because he's being left home alone for the weekend by his parents. And they don't think that's a bad idea.
No, that's right.
It is. So we know this because his mom, voiced by Susan Sarandon, randomly.
That is random.
Calls to check up on him and make sure he's not just playing video games all weekend. But guess what?
He is.
He is. So he's playing this one video game in particular. Oh, I'm just getting angry even thinking about it. So he's at the last boss, whatever, the last level.
Yep.
And no one's ever beaten it before, if you can believe that.
I can't believe it.
I know. I think you probably shouldn't. But let's just say, for the sake of the story, I mean, if you can't swallow that, give up right now. Walk away.
It gets less believable. Absolutely.
It certainly gets less believable. And it's hard when you set that kind of precedent. So he's at the very last level, he's fighting the big boss, and he reaches into his arsenal and he's, scrolling through trying to find the perfect weapon to deploy. And he, comes up to the last thing that he's never used, and it's labeled babies, which is not a good name for a weapon, I think. It is a pretty good name for a bunch of babies, which it turns out to be. So you wouldn't really think that babies are great weaponry, generally speaking. And these ones aren't. They really are just the drooling, pooping variety of baby. They've come in a set of triplicate. And they're pretty useless. Turns out he should have dumped these kids in daycare long ago because they have to grow into their powers or something like that. So he can't beat the boss right now. He's got to kick these kids into daycare and hope they level up or something. And then the babies pop up in his real life living room, right?
Right. That's about what happens.
I mean, I can't tell you how or why it happened. I really can't, and I don't think anyone can.
No.
You just have to accept that characters in his video game have now turned into real babies in his real living room.
Yeah. And not just the babies, because the bad guy in the video game is now chasing the babies.
Naturally he is, Sean. And the baby's dad, who is like the hero. The hero of the game. A very incredible, Mr. Incredible-like figure.
Very Mr. Incredible.
And then these babies just happen to be 3 kids, like Jack, Violet, and Dash. They don't call them that.
No.
But let's just say. These kids have to grow into their powers, but they're going to have some powers. But you just like Jack, if you saw the Incredible sequel, then you know if you give a baby a lot of power, things are gonna go awry. You know, they're not
Not reliable.
not reliable workers. That's why we
Because they're
give
babies.
them shit pay.
Yeah.
So luckily, this teenage boy has a girl coming over to help him with his
Science
project. That's a flimsy excuse if I ever heard one. Anyways, I mean, nobody's trusted. This kid is barely trusted to babysit his own self over the weekend. Obviously, he should not be in charge of 3 babies.
Yep.
I mean, nobody should be. That's too many babies.
It is too many babies.
It's certainly too many babies for this movie.
Absolutely.
So, meanwhile, now that the video game babies are in real life and the video game bad guy is also in real life chasing them, and their dad is solving a labyrinth, like real life, I don't think they're exactly CIA operatives,
No.
but it's something like that.
Yeah. It's like the people that are responsible for Area 51.
Right. So led by Gabrielle Union, and Dwayne Wade also has a voice in this. Just random weirdness.
Yeah.
Some people read the synopsis of this movie and they were not dissuaded somehow. So anyway, somehow they are now chasing the video game elements that have leaked into somebody's living room.
Yeah, because they're alien babies. They deduce that very quickly. Even though the babies just look like regular babies.
Mm-hmm. And that still doesn't explain how they came from a video game, because...
No, it doesn't. I think we have to just apply the Galaxy Quest logic to it, where it's actually exists, and just either by random coincidence or by providence, it's also a video game based on the real events.
Oh, Lord.
That's my theory.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your theory. Lots of theories are necessary if you're going to make it to the end of this movie.
Yes.
I mean, our working theory was just mostly keep your mind busy with other activities.
It works okay.
I'm surprised we didn't turn it off, but nor did we give it even a full 50% of our attention combined.
Yeah, and we didn't miss anything.
No, we didn't. I mean, we wished we did. Obviously, there's stuff lacking in that script. Just, those important connectors that make sense. This is lacking.
It is.
So, I mean, I get it. They didn't want to spend time on that. They just wanted to get to the weird superhero-y stuff.
Yeah.
Get right down to ripping off Pixar for all it's worth. Just shy of the lawsuit, hopefully. And get the sucker up on Netflix, which they did. Congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
So, little kids might like this. They might not be as offended at the plagiarism aspect of it.
Well, they probably won't be offended.
I mean, it's video games, it's superheroes,
it's aliens.
It's a lot of things.
It's a lot of stuff.
Usually pick one.
It's the military.
Know your lane.
Yeah.
But no, this is like select all.
Yeah.
And deselect your brain.
You definitely.
Yeah. So, yeah. Put your kids in front of it if you must.
It's going to make them dumber,
though. This is the
though.
least parent-friendly movie in the universe.
Yeah.
Or the video game universe, even.
Yep.
I'm willing to stretch that.
Oh, absolutely.
And then it ends.
Yeah.
So
there's that.
That's right. That was the third positive thing I forgot to mention at the beginning, is that it does eventually end. So there's that going for it. So did you enjoy it?
No.
I know.
No, not at all. It's got nothing to offer. It really is a waste of time. So if you need a time waster, this is
It's a coloring
available.
book. Like it's got so little narrative, so little
Yeah.
connecting factors that you just be like, okay,
Yeah.
here's a picture, here's a picture, here's a
There it
picture at
is.
the end.
Yep.
Yeah. So, are you desperate enough? Have you had enough rainy days this summer to need this movie? Maybe you have.
Maybe.
We've certainly had quite a few rainy days recently.
Yeah.
Obviously. So, I mean, we've had like 2 tornado warnings in
Yeah, we
2
have.
weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And that's a big deal for us. Doesn't
Yeah.
happen often.
wasn't that big a deal. We're still here.
Well, all right.
We never lost Netflix.
Yeah.
So, it's not much of a
Wasn't that
tornado.
bad.
if-
Yes.
Anyways, avoid this one.
Yeah.
Only kids will want to watch it,
Yeah.
and only they should, really.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's laundry you can fold, and that will be a better time than sticking with
Oh
this
yeah.
one.
This is like for adults, not a chance.
Not a chance.
No.
All right, that's it from us. A very unenthusiastic 2 thumbs down.
Yep.
Thanks for watching, though. Bye.